Og nigua ir qua an ir nor yok wowo nifitair. Nawara irok, wosa ir tatas ir uyu. Sata aso ni wakir fonir no ni.
Thank you, Third Brother, that is all. You are dismissed.
Sata kwa air noroki ir tana.
So, you are the new student I have heard so much about. Rarely does someone so young display the ability that you have shown. I noticed that you did not come from one of our usual schools. Do you mind if I asked you who your real master is? I don't think I've heard of him. Nevertheless, he obviously taught you well. You have talent, and with Second Brother's death, we have need of a new brother. I asked him to do something for me. He refused. Let me be blunt. Master Radiant is holding this school back. He's holding me back. Radiant is weak. He follows the way of harmony. His methods are slow and pitiful. This school belongs to me. I want Master Radiant removed, and you're the one to do it. You have certain abilities that will enable you to defeat my rival. Master Radiant is resistant to my style. But you are something different. I could sense it as soon as you arrived. You are the only one here capable of defeating Master Radiant. And rest assured, I will reward you extremely well for ridding me of him. To begin with, you'll have to deal with First Brother Kai. Destroy him, and you'll only be left with Radiant. But together, they would be too powerful. So, First Brother is already winning you over, I see. He is pathetic, and so is his precious master. Do as I ask, and I will teach you things that no one else can. I also have a few rare items that should appeal to you. Simply kill First Brother and Master Radiant. The task is straightforward. You are a fool! You could have had everything. Instead, you will not survive your match with Third Brother. I will see to it. Now get out!
Wo ika titarir kone of atarir. Og nigua ir qua an ir nor yo. Oh no you. Oh no you ir ninir ayir wo.
Do not disgrace yourself further, Third Brother. Accept your defeat and learn from it.
Apafa was son sir towir wo son sir junior funir usota.
That was quite a match. I've never seen Third Brother Rinshan fight that well, and yet you still beat him. I suspected something was amiss, but you overcame it and you still won. Master Radiant was sure you would prevail. He asked me to bring you to him once you defeated Third Brother. You won't have to test yourself against me after all. Come, let's go see him. He is anxious to speak with you.
Sisae Pawao, Tikotro Tuaso. Tofuia Tawita ir Ukarashita Wiwu. Ipanar Nuko Iwa ir Nikasanaria Iruro Ninua Sa Irkana. Usair kokonato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafatuyo. Kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Uno will na no pa Yesu. Isana yuyo. Kunir puk no sangkud na no wana nyapir. Ipaner nuku iwa ir. Nikasanarir. Iruru ni nuasa irkana. Sairos diusiat. Saro rasipa ukar iras napso aku.
Master, I never.
Sairos diusiat. Saro rasipa ukar iras napso aku. Tau ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Niato nonapati irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Sa ir yakowak. Kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Wo anania ifewir uk sonoruk noka uk snapir. Kunir puk no sangkud na no wana napir. Isana yuyo. Wanakapir sari awaf. Van sira suorufus isinosaurus usuno. Yukut ni kunk uno sa ison kudnoka uk yorir. Tau ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Unikasurir kwana no kuni ugnawata ir niknipier. Nararo na pirapirni niktakatashi. Yukut ni kunk uno sa ison kudnoka ukyorir. Irkana. Unikasurir kwana no kasa iriruru. Ipaner nuku iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ni nuasa irkana. Sata tawi ir wonawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk sun puno. Wo sun puno no yapapap nasia iwira sa iruth. Niato nonapadi irovir. Kuni uk nawata ir. Nararo na pirapirni niktakatashi. Sata tawi ir wonawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Onoyu iwakitsu sa irokuwa shusi. Sa ir yakowak, kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
I should have killed you sooner. You had such promise, but in the end you were just like second brother. Soon you will share his fate as well. Radiant is dead. His time has passed. Now is the time for the living. Help me destroy him and I will make this school more powerful than ever before. Now you see why I need you. You have the power to deal death to the spirits, to Radiant. I will give you one chance to change your mind, now that you have seen what Radiant truly is. Help me remove him and I will reward you. I liked you, and I had so hoped we could come to some sort of agreement. But I suppose that just won't work. Now I will give you a demonstration of true skill. Unfortunately, you won't be around long enough to learn from it.
Ukir rufa ni nikerpa. Wo ufna ak nahir yakowa krui ni rui kuperfita.
No, third brother. I have a much better use for you.
Ukir rufa ni nikerpa.
Now we will finish this.
Master Smiling Hawk! You killed him! What? No! First Brother sent me to find you. He was worried Master Smiling Hawk's followers might overwhelm you. I can see that isn't the case. Master Radiant and First Brother are waiting for you. I'll go tell them that you survived.
Wotowir ukawana ir uswana da hoki. Niato nanapati irovir. Tawi ir kawana ir sunir ipoki.
Master, why must you leave? I still have so much to learn from you, and we need a strong master to rebuild the school.
Irkana, o nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Tawi ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki.
Thank you. If it wasn't for you, well, this never would have happened. It seems to me that you're the one who should receive this honor.
Tasi si tintu funye wowosi ye wo tahufu. Wuno will na no ba yesu. Isara yoyo ko nirfuk no sankud na no hona nyapir. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk son puno. Irkana, o nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Niato o nanapati irovir, kuni ugnawata ir. Irkana, o nigasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru. Tawi ir kawana ir suni ir ipoki. Ye si dintu, funye wo si ye wo tahufu. Wo sun ponono, yapapap nasia we sa ye wooth.
I would speak with you alone, Master Radiant, before you go. If you wait outside, I will join you in a minute. I have something I would like to offer you, and thanks for your help.
Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir.
There you are. Master Radiant has gone, and I'm left to lead this school on my own. I'll miss him very much, but at least we are rid of Smiling Hawk. I wanted to thank you for all you've done, but I also wanted to show you some items that belong to Master Smiling Hawk. I thought you might find something of interest. You're welcome to visit the school and spar with us whenever you like. The students need someone like you to knock some sense into them from time to time. And I should get back to the students. There is so much I need to do, I barely know where to begin. Thank you again for everything.
Yes? How can this humble bunmaster assist you today? No. That is a painful subject, one that brings back difficult memories, though not for the reasons you might think. For 4 long years, my bellicose beauty insisted we try, and try, and try again to have a child. It was a most distressing time. I was so afraid of her for the first year that I could not perform. Her screaming and chastising only made it worse. I overcame that problem, but there were others. My plump plum of a bride is a good deal larger than me. I could compare my nightly efforts akin to climbing a mountain if only it had been that easy. And there was always the fear that she would roll. I am a small man. My delicate frame was not meant for such pressures. I once lost all feeling below the waist, which perhaps was a mercy in itself. Of course, we overcame these obstacles and kept trying for 4 long years. Never. Though no one can accuse me of not trying. Once she decided we would not be able to conceive a child, her interests declined, thankfully. If we had succeeded, I would not have survived to see a second. Stories, stories, stories. There are no more. If I tell you anything more, I will have no secrets left. A good Bondmaster must always have a few secrets. I still can't believe it's that easy to become a Lotus Assassin. If I had known sooner, I would have joined their ranks as soon as possible. It would be brutal work, with little reward, and there's a good chance I'd die a hideous, painful death. But it couldn't all be better than married life, could it? As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Are you buying, selling, or both? I'm here to help with all your trading needs.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Yes, yes, I am eager to return there. It is a masterful array of artful mechanics, despite being a bit overly polished. This Lord Lau, he could use a bit of restraint. Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch, and I'm reasonably sure the trip isn't even doing any irreparable harm. a most intriguing place. Very well. In the meantime, I will try to see if I can learn anything more about this interesting machine. I can always bring us back here later.
I will give everything I have to aid you.
I've acquired some great new items.
You are gaining many friends in this city, my friend. Defeating the Outlander in a debate and in combat is quite an accomplishment. No doubt the philosophers are somewhat less impressed with your feats of physical prowess. I, for one, think your skills are quite remarkable. Certainly, we can't learn without asking questions. How can I help you today? What? That's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there. The location is public, yet relatively private. Common folk are not welcome on the landing area, so there will be no crowds to hide spies or an ambush. If the Lotus Assassins wanted you dead, your life would be over before you even knew you were in danger. He already knows, I'm sure. Now go, and I will not speak to you about this any further.
Well, we got what we wanted. I just hope you know what you're getting into. We should head back to the Dragonfly and let the others know what's happening.
irkana. Unikasurir kwana no kasa iriruru. Niato unanapadi irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Sa ir yagoak. Kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Oksasa sarano fukno. Rekni ugni akawanir rapani. Irkana. Unikasurir kwana no kasa iriruru. Sata tawi ir wanawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Wowo sun pununo yapapap nasia uir sair uth. Usair kokonato tanatia katanano shafatoyo kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Niato nanapadi irovir kuni ugnawata ir. Wunno will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo, ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Sata tawi ir wanawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Wunno will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo, ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ninua sa irkana. Wuno will na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uok sun puno. Usair kokonato tanatnia katanano shafatoyo kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Niato nanapadi irovir, kuni ugnawata ir. Usair kokonato, tanatnia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko.
You know, far be it from me to presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem. My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him, an offering given as a sign of respect, a bribe, some might call it. If we replace Sheng's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Sheng's report. It's true. A gift of turtle eggs would be as insulting as a box of manure. Even more so, because they are so difficult to track down, whereas manure is somewhat common. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
You have turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be... right. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Sheng. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Would you want us to kill Fang and his guards too? Slaughter everyone? Not only does it seem excessive, but I don't think that's how Inquisitors operate. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Sheng. Or anyone else. It's up to you how we handle this, but remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs, they're more subtle. Yes? What do you need? I'd like to get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
What did you want to talk about? That is not really necessary right now, although I do enjoy the attention. We have come so far together. Thank you for that. As much as I think it is foolishly dangerous, you need to go to the Lotus Assassin Fortress and find the information the princess needs. After that, she will take us to the palace. We are so close to Master Li. Just a little longer, I hope. Very well, but we should get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
I'm not really in the mood for company. Judge Fang wanted me to try something special last night, and I still haven't quite recovered yet. Get rid of him? What do you mean? Remove him from office, or something else? Really? I was hoping you wanted to kill him. The world would be a better place with that disgusting pig dead and buried. But as much as I want to see his bloated corpse floating in the gutter, Fang is a dangerous man, and he keeps my pockets lined with silver. I hope Fang gets what he deserves, but you'll have to do it without my help. Well, that is a lot of silver. And I'd love to get out from under Fang's boot heel. I'll help you. You wanted Fang dead, right?
It sounds like he deserves death, but I don't know if the Inquisitors would agree.
It'd be easier to kill him. Fang's reputation is already as dirty as it can get. As long as it doesn't get in the way of his job, everybody just turns a blind eye. Well, every document Judge Fang approves has to be stamped with his imperial ring. Losing the ring is a major offense. And if it was revealed he lost the ring during one of his sexual escapades, even Fang wouldn't want that to come out.
What are you doing here, Breezes? You know I don't like it when people see us together in public.
Don't be mad, my mighty and manly Fang. I was just hoping we could go upstairs for a bit. I've got a treat for you. Here's a hint. They're silk.
I'm surprised you're so eager after last night. I'm glad to see you're finally becoming more receptive to my special needs. Well done, Breezes. If a little tame for my tastes. I think tonight you should wear the blindfold. I have some interesting surprises in store for you.
I can hardly wait, oh great and virile Fang. Here's the ring. Fang will do anything to keep people from finding out he lost it to a whore, even if it means resigning his post. Show the ring to his guards and they'll let you through. I better disappear for a while, but make sure you tell him where you got it. He'll be sorry he ever touched me.
Wow, the Imperial Champion. Hey, it's a real honor to have you come up here, but you're gonna have to back up, please. Nothing personal, but we work for Fang, and he doesn't want anyone blocking his view. He comes to watch the fights, not talk to the fighters. I guess he figures the more he talks to you, the less time you have to inflict horrible, bloody carnage on someone in the ring. How did you get... No, forget it. I don't want to know. You better go talk to Fang about that ring. Yeah, we don't want any part of this.
Some of these new fights can be delightfully savage. Do you mind? How can I enjoy the crack of bone, the screams of pain, and the glorious geysers of crimson blood down in the arena with you bothering me? Or are you here to offer me your services for later? I generally prefer women, but I might branch out if a handsome man like you is willing to beg. My ring? But how... That harlot. I should have suspected something when she came to me willingly. Usually I have to command her presence. Well, it seems you have me in an awkward position. I can't let it be known that I was foolish enough to let a whore steal my ring. I would lose my position. So, what is it you want from me? Silver? An imperial posting? What? Of course. Now I understand. The Lotus Assassins are behind this, aren't they? I should have known something like this would happen. They tried to bend me to their will, but I'm not easily broken. Or so I thought. Are you proud of yourself? Bowing and scraping at the feet of your Lotus Assassin masters, helping them to bring me down? You think I'm an evil man, don't you? You think my soul is rotten and corrupt. But at least I have a soul. The same cannot be said for those you now serve. The Lotus Assassins destroyed me. But now that I am gone, I wonder where their attention will turn next. Keep a close watch over your shoulder, friend. My resignation is on the table. Take it and stamp it with my imperial ring yourself.
Sa'ir Yagawak, Kokonato Siri Panoneniku.
Sairos tiusiat, Sarorasipa Ukar ir Napsoaku.
Uno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo, ko nirpuk no sangkud na no wana napir. Ipaner nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ni nuasa ir kana. Usair kokonato tanatnia katanano shafatoyo kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Ipaner nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ni nuasa ir kana. Sata tawi ir wanawa fu kuno su kudnia awafawa ir sutuk. Usair kokonato tanatnia Katana no Shafatoyo Kokonato Siri Panonenico. Nika Surier Kwana no Koni Ognawata ear Nik Nipier. Irkana, o Nika Surier Kwana no Kasa Iriru.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus Assassins. And you've made doubly certain of it by aiding both the Executioner and Inquisitor. Very impressive. The way to the Lotus Assassin Fortress is open. Everything is in place. I'll have my evidence against Death's Hand soon enough. Oh, and you'll have access to your Master Li as well.
How generous of you.
You must go to the Lotus Assassin Fortress like we agreed. Find the evidence against Death's Hand, and I will help you rescue Master Li. I'm not sure we have the time. There are too many important matters at stake. We need to make progress before I will feel comfortable spending more time on idle chatter. Do not hesitate for too long. Sagacious Zoo's sudden flight has made our task somewhat more urgent.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Busy, busy. No time for chatty, chatty. Yes, yes, I am eager to return there. It is a masterful array of artful mechanics, despite being a bit overly polished. This Lord Lao, he could use a bit of restraint. No, I have not had any new insights. The best option I can suggest is just to keep your eyes open. There has to be reference to them somewhere. I don't know. Maybe have a look at this note. I copied some scrawled words from a post near the furnace controls. Yes, yes, I'll keep at my plans for the dragonfly. Perhaps a sling for carrying oxen. The industry could use some automation. A dying breed, the ox carrier. Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch, and I'm reasonably sure the trip isn't even doing any irreparable harm. There's just something about this place. I can almost feel it. It's on the tip of my brain. And then it's gone. I just wish something would help prod my memory. Huh? What? Well now, what have we here? Well, isn't that just a golden carp full of luck? Let's see here. It's a wind map. Very sloppy ink, like it was crafted in a hurry, but I can decipher it. It would seem that someone wants to reward proper use of the furnace. Through some wind, like any other of its kind. Really, I think you'd have grasped the concept by... Oh, you mean specifically? Like the previous map, there is really only one way to know for certain where it leads, and that is to get in the flyer and go there. We will have to leave the furnace before we can fly out, however. A little matter of needing the flyer. Just tell me when you want to leave. If we make it back to the real world, speak with me again and we can head off on that little wind map adventure. Did I say, if we make it back? Ha! Yes, yes, I did. Yes, yes, what? I'm waiting for you to follow the map we found after using the furnace. I'm sure it will jog my memory and maybe result in a few trinkets for you. Who knows? Ha! I'm looking forward to this. Remembering things long forgotten is like getting to open a gift twice. Are hidden in this route. I see things so clearly now. Interesting. No actual destination, but my memory is plotted again. Good job. Well, another exciting adventure. No new devices to build, but I have more than just memories to show for it this time. Exotic fuel for the furnace. I hung a net out. Wait, I have nets? Yes, I do. I have a lot of things. Oh, good thing, too. We can use this stuff. With the proper configurations, these new elements can produce spectacular effects. Ha! You should be glad. I see what you mean. It does seem to be a rather complicated number of hoops to go through just for some shiny baubles, even if baubles are always nice to have. Perhaps more will be revealed with further operation of the furnace, like how the map for the last trip appeared. There must be some plan in place. Lord Lao wouldn't leave such a thing unattended for no reason, much as I would never leave the marvelous dragonfly at the side of the road. Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch, and I'm reasonably sure the trip isn't even doing any irreparable harm. A most intriguing place. Very well. In the meantime, I will try to see if I can learn anything more about this interesting machine. I can always bring us back here later.
They say you're in good with the guild. You're allowed into the back rooms where Sweet Poison Lynn runs her shop, aren't you? I know you have a brilliant career to attend to here, but I have a favor to ask of you if you can spare a moment. I know you're allowed to go freely into the back room past Kui's office. Would you carry a message to someone in there for me? There's a merchant in the back named Sweet Poison Lynn. She has connections with the guild, the real authorities in this place. I want to expand my operation, but without the guild's approval and protection, I can only take very small bets. If I made any larger transactions, they'd be quite upset. I spoke to some of the lesser guild members, and there's a set fee that must be paid to Sweet Poison Lynn. It took me some time to save up the silver, but I have the fee. I just can't get back there to talk to Lynn and pay her directly. If you could go in there and pay her on my behalf, I'd happily repay you. I would never do that. I'd be shut down or worse in a heartbeat. And there's too many people who'd happily report the infraction to Sweet Poison Lynn. The guild rewards those who can prove that people in my position aren't playing by their rules. My thanks. I'm sure Sweet Poison Lynn knows about my interest. I've been angling this deal for a while. You should run back there now. The sooner you go, the sooner we can up the antes.
What do you need from me? Dao Shen? He has angled for a long time for our permission to run a larger game. He's honest to a fault, but he still pulls in a fair bit of cash. I was wondering if he'd be resourceful enough. One of my associates has already told him of the cost involved. Are you here to deliver his payment? His payment? Good. Give it to me, and I'll send someone to go discuss the new terms of his operation. Now, back to our business, yes? I have my sources, some of them rich, some of them poor, and all of them very concerned with their privacy. Do you have any idea how much magic the arena itself holds? These walls have seen more than you or I can imagine, and there's enough security for me not to worry. What the Imperial bureaucrats don't know won't hurt them. First they decree wind maps off limits, and now there's concern over magical artifacts. Certain items have always been considered questionable, but enforcement has been more strict in the past few years. All I really know is that the restrictions have done wonders for my customers' tolerance for raised prices. What more could I ask for? I'll be here when you need more of my goods.
Before you say a thing, I had a visit from one of Sweet Poison Lynn's contacts. Fantastic news! I can up the bets! Now you can wager 10 or 25 silver on each roll. This is perfect! And I have you to thank. Thank you again for paying the fee from your own silver. Here's your repayment and a little extra for your time. Now that we can play for larger bets, let's say we set up a game. Thanks again for all your help. Be seeing you around, I hope.
visiting ministers have more dignified accommodation.
Have you heard the news? Judge Fang is gone, and his replacement is none other than me! Minister Sheng finally gets his just reward. Or should I say, Judge Sheng? At last, my triumphant return to the Imperial City. Oh, so many things to prepare, so many things to do. Yes, Judge Sheng has earned it. After the suffering of my great exile, the Imperial City welcomes me back to its bosom. Please excuse me. Judge Sheng really doesn't have the time to chat. I must make preparations for my transfer back to the Imperial City.
I can't believe Sheng is head of the Ministry of Harmony. What's the world coming to?
Hello again. What can I do for you today? Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time. Hello again.
Yes, what can I... Yes, I am eager to return there. It is a masterful array of artful mechanics, despite being a bit overly polished. This Lord Lao, he could use a bit of restraint. No, I have not had any new insights. The best option... I think I'm out of scraps and notes. Still, something about the movement of the furnace prompted me to scratch this down. I hope it helps. Certainly. A most intriguing place. Very well. In the meantime, I will try to see if I can learn anything more about this interesting machine. I can always bring us back here later.
So this is the lair of the enemy? We are really going inside. Wait, I should say something. If only...
Wait!
Oh, she would find her way here. Is there anywhere free of her influence?
Sorry to disturb such a touching scene, but I have a sizable investment in this, and there are things that should not go unsaid. Both of us, I wonder?
You cheapen the importance of this, Princess. He could die in there.
I am unaccustomed to admissions of this kind, but the situation demands no less. I want proof of Death's Hand's misdeeds, but there is more at stake. You must be very careful. If they learn your identity, you will face the whole fortress. As strong as you are, I don't think you would live to discredit Death's Hand. I don't want to lose you in a place like this. You could die here, and I wanted to say I would find that very unfortunate.
Princess... No, you pretend about too much to be genuine in this. Honest affection comes from years of growth. Even if it was only recently discovered.
Ah, but that is not always an option. Sometimes there are difficult choices that must be made.
Yes, much like the danger we must choose to face, and deciding whose heart you think of to get you through such times. Thank you for your assurance. I know we have all been struggling with the responsibilities destiny imparts. I don't wish to add to that in an unpleasant way.
Yes, I can see how you would not want to be overburdened. I think we are done here.
Yes, Princess. I believe we are. Take care in the Assassin's Fortress. Master Li is waiting for us, and I am looking forward to turning our attention to happier concerns. I do not like this place. Even compared to the rest of the necropolis, this is a dark and troubled place.